record. There's the encoder. And you're good.
Hey, Chels.
Hey, Stace.
I need the men in my life to know, instead of calling me a snack, you should call me a candle because I'm warm and I smell good and I might burn your house down if you forget about me.
Wait, what men in your life?
The ones in my dreams, duh. Dave,
Sweet
please
dreams.
play that track. Why? You're so fabulous.
Yeah, I'm single, ready to mingle. Yeah, I'm single. These are the reasons why I'm single.
Stacey.
Chelsea.
Listen, everyone out there in the world, Stacey's a patient saint. I was late today, so we're gonna give you a little snack of an episode tonight.
Just don't call me one.
But speaking of men in your dreams, boy have I been having them.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Darn it, I had one last night and I did a voice memo for it, but I did not write it down. It was juicy too.
Ooh. I've had two recently. One is specifically about Stacey, and the other I just had last night. And I will tell you both about it. But first, I mean, Stace, how's your week? How you doing? How's your blonde?
My blonde is doing well. Finally got it. All the shade that I wanted, like not like hate shade, but for real shade. So super shouts to my main chick, Shakia at Beauty is Key. She is phenomenal. This is what I envisioned the whole time, this whole look. I mean, hair and glasses. This is what I want. Shout out to my shirt. It says, "We out, Harriet Tubman." Happy Black History Month, y'all. Also, just keep Black people in mind all year round. It's not that hard. But anyways, yes, I'm super pumped about my hair. And then when I wash my hair again, I got Tracy Ellis Ross patterns that Chelsea gave me to do on my hair. Of course, my curl pattern, because you care about this, America. Also, hi, this is Reasons Why I'm Single. Thank you so much that you care about every facet of our lives, whether it be punctuality or my hair color. Of course, my curl pattern has changed, so it's a lot looser now. So then give it some time, it'll gradually get tighter. Kegels. So yeah, pretty excited about the way this looks. I'm having fun. Yay. How are you, my love?
First off, Kegels and Kegels.
Kegels. I know, but I was going to say Kegels. I always like get nervous when you see the name of what's the sausage? What's the sausage?
Kielbasa?
No, well, yeah, but isn't it called? Oh, I'll look it up.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know.
Brand, I swear.
It's just the way you were like, I'm gonna say something dirty. And then you were like, wrong.
Because it is wrong. No, it's playing. It's actually really good for you.
For you.
Kogel, that's what it is. Koegel.
Oh.
Also, I had to email someone the other day, and their last name is their last name is spelled Eeglean. Did I do that right? No. Listen, it's been a long day. Eelgen. I can't do this right now. Their last name, it's not spelled like eagle, but it's pronounced eagle, and their first name is Ken. So their email looks like Kegel. So I giggled. This is what you get when we have long days, America. Chelsea, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I trying to stay safe out in the world. I have a very close friend of mine is currently fighting with COVID. So that's been rough, and she's a pretty tough chick, and she's not having the greatest go of it, and she's a year younger than me. So that's a little like, for people who keep saying it's not a thing, it still is.
Yeah, I just found out, a close friend of mine, she just found out she has it today. So I was just like, When
It
was
might-
the last time that I saw her?
People have it and then they're fine, and that's great. It's just, like, anyway, we don't need to get into it. Anyway, so it's been a week, and then I'm working on my house, and literally, like, so this coming up Monday, the guy's coming to redo the floors. That's gonna take the whole week. And then once the floors are done, then the bathroom floor's in, and then the upstairs toilet's in, and then I'm in. So I'm gonna be like in my house in like a week and a half. So
It's happening.
it might be like two weeks, but still, you guys,
Fine.
it's fine. It's fine.
When you
And
have a house, you just never know. You just know where it's located, but you don't know what the new adventure will be in that first like couple of months.
that's the truth. It's also gonna be like, how do you live without a kitchen?
Dude, I forgot about
But
that.
I have a George Foreman grill, and I have an air fryer, and I have a fridge. So I'm fine.
What more do you need? Come through, air fryer.
I haven't used it yet. It's still in the box. My cousin Megan got it for me. But yeah, she's very sweet. And she's like, "Have you tried it yet?" And then even Stacy was like, "Have you tried it yet?" And I was like, "No, it's for my house." So
Listen, I will never stop telling people the first thing that I ever did in my air fryer were leftover nachos. Leftover nachos are disgusting when you get them from a restaurant. It was the last place I went out to eat before lockdown last year. And you have it with all of the toppings, cheese, salsa, all that stuff. But principle, you take your food home with you. I'm like, even though I know it's not going to taste the same, I'm not letting you throw away my leftovers. So not even the next day, that evening, I was hungry. I'm like, let me try my air fryer. So I put them in there. Those suckers were so crispy. The cheese was all melty. It resurrects your leftovers, and it's amazing. Amazing. I actually used mine last weekend for some fried tilapia, and it was so good. So good. And also, my jeans do not fit anymore. It's my fault. It's not the jeans' fault because I've been ordering out a lot. So my dad made the comment, well, maybe if you stop using your air fryer. I said, well, first of all, the air fryer was for leftovers, sir. I said, and also, you ate the same thing I did. He said, yeah, but I'm not the one trying to lose weight. I'm like, touche, old man, touche.
win today. We'll see how tomorrow goes.
Right?
So Stacey, should we take care of some business?
Oh my gosh, yes. What is it time for, Chels?
It's time for the fake name series of the day.
Ow! So the fake name series of the day is what we use to
Save the shade.
So instead of using people's real names, we use names that are from the fake name series of the day to hide their identities. But they heard these stories.
Who they are.
Are in a halftime. Feel. You know what the deal. That's all I'm doing. So tonight,
This time.
what'd you say?
New rhyme this time.
So tonight's series is Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
I love this show so
I am not surprised. So, after an unusual event, a whip-smart computer coder magically begins to hear people's innermost wants and desires through popular songs. I accidentally stumbled upon this show like 2 weeks ago because it came on after Jeopardy. What up, Jeopardy? Also, Ken Jennings is not the host this week. That was a surprise. Anyways, but this show came on afterward, and they were talking about diversity in the workplace, and that thing was so spot on. I was watching it like, hold on. Like, I was in there. I was like, whoever wrote this, yes, fantastic.
First season is just as emotionally raw as the second season. They have made no qualms for okay, they've made no, like, they hold nothing back. They are they're ready. It's like, they, especially because, like, I don't know how much you know, but the characters are really great. But one of the guys is from his real name's Skylar, but he's from Pitch Perfect. He's like the love interest of Pitch Perfect, and like my favorite part of this whole show is the fact that they're extremely inclusive, and but everybody sings like they take songs and then they take them 3 steps further. It's so good. I love it.
Higher and higher.
So highest of recommends that you should watch the first season and the second season. It's one of those shows that like I specifically, I'm not sure, I'm actually really excited you liked it, and I think that was the perfect episode for you to see, Stace. But because I remember distinctly in high school that there was a person who went to high school with Stacy and and I need a boy name.
His
Max?
name was Max.
Yeah, sure.
Bing.
I'm like, I know some of the people's names on this show, so
You're gonna do great.
And Max said to whomever, because that's who he was, if the world was a musical, I'd be a star. And Stacy said directly to him, if the world was a musical and you were a star, I'd kill myself. Like,
I was a jerk in high school. I was just telling our beloved Dave, from the owner, creator, all the good things of Podcast Detroit. I was like, I was a dick in high school. I really was. Like, my shell was a nice person, but my core, I was a jerk. I was an absolute jerk. And yes, the teacher did hear me say that, and I had a very nice talking to afterward. And also, that said teacher wanted me and that other student to date, so she purposely put us in awkward situations. It was ridiculous. Also, he happened to be Caucasian, which is fine. So when we were looking at shows or different plays for us to do, and we would come in because we were officers within the thespian club, and we came in during the summertime, and she said, oh, I found the most perfect play. It's about a slave owner who falls in love with the slave. This would be perfect for the two of you. And I'm like, freaking hate this place. Like,
no. That's the perfect way to describe Stacy's defense. Even if she feels like she was a jerk in high school, the amount of bullshit that she had to deal with growing up in a 99% white school is so intense. And we are only now realizing in the year of everything going on that like with BLM coming out, it's just like, and really coming up, because Black lives have always mattered, people. But like Stacey and I were very, very close. And some of the stuff I wrote in a public forum on a piece of paper that you can read right now, it's straight up offensive if you read it right now. Like, now, mind you, that has to do with youth and growing and all that good stuff. But like, I love Stacey. Now take that from people who weren't. And she took that from everybody. She gets a free pass for the times that she was a jerk. And in all honesty, she really wasn't a jerk that often. So that one just makes me laugh.
But also with the stuff that you wrote, there was a lot of stuff that people wrote that I went along with that I knew that wasn't okay, and also promoted it just because some of the jokes and stuff I was told, legit, I had a survivor's mentality. Like, I just need to go along with this, and then when I graduate, I'll be done. I remember at one point, what was it? Someone told me like, oh my gosh, let me tell you this hilarious joke I heard. What happens when you see a TV floating at night? I said, I don't know. What? They said, you shoot the black person who's trying to steal it. And I'm like, great. Like, I just want to graduate and get out of here. Like, that was the humor that I went through every day. So when
exactly,
you say, like, so it's like, listen,
is 100% justified because people were dicks.
But also just look inside your heart and try and find some love. That was my PSA.
I guarantee every single person who said stuff to you like that would sit there and say, but I'm not racist. But these are racist things that you're saying. Anyway, okay, let me tell you about my dream.
In a dream, my child.
But do you want the recent one, or do you want the one about you?
Recent one.
Oh, okay. Oh wait, I had already guessed, and that wasn't the one I thought you were gonna go. So, oh, that's so funny. Somebody commented on our video right now, and I can't see it. So who's to say what they said?
They're in the cloud.
So, okay. So I woke up from this dream this morning and there was a big event happening downtown Detroit. Because in case you didn't know, that's where we're based out of, not out of downtown, but metro. And so I was downtown Detroit. I'm walking around and I see this girl and I walk up to her and I was like, hey, she didn't have a
Maggie. Oh, Maggie.
hey Maggie. I was like, she didn't have a name in my dream because I guess that's not what I remembered, but
Because you are the star.
but I was like, hey Maggie. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, you're that murderer. And she was like, yeah, you found me. And I was like, well, I am gonna have to take you in. I am making a citizen's arrest. And she literally was like, well, you found me. So we walked towards where I thought the cops would be. And as we're walking, we're having this actually like, because I'm a weirdo and I love true crime. Like I don't love that true crime happens. I like being informed on, I like the informational side of it. Right. It's still twisted. I don't know. And so as we're walking, she starts telling me about all of the people that she's abducted and murdered, and how the fact that they ended up being children. And so it's a terrible dream. But
Oh my word.
yeah, so it was 32 abductions and killers. So by the time I got to the cops, they were like, hey, it's Maggie. I was like, I know, I made a citizen's arrest. They're like, let me get your name. So the city of Detroit thanked me so much for finding the child abductor and murderer. And that they gave me a husband.
What? First of all, I made the right choice. Second of all,
so we're at this big like key to the city, thing, and it kind of felt like the St. Patrick's Day parade. I don't know if you've ever been there downtown for that, Stace, but
not.
it's a good time. But lots of people around anyway. So then we have this big event, and the mayor says, thank you so much for making this citizen's arrest and getting people off the street. And we asked around and we asked your friends, and we wanted to make sure we got you something that was great. And I was like, oh my gosh, in my head, in my dream, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get a washing machine.
Hello, because appliances are real. Great.
And they were like, we got you a husband. And I was like, there is what? And then he was Australian, and he was very good looking. I do not remember what he looked like, but I remember being real excited about it. And and he and our wedding was beautiful, and the city.
Wait, you got married the same day?
Yeah, and the city paid for it, and it was beautiful. And then I woke up.
First of all, may your dreams come true. Second of all, but also may there not be someone out there doing horrific crimes such as that. First, that's first of all. That's one part A, also known as one. One part B, also known as two, is may your dreams come true. 3, I mean, again, it's a dream and I hope it comes true. But if this happened for actual, who do you think would have given them these clues? But I mean, but also it's perfect because you're all about your Mr. Skarsgård. Is that his name? Is he Australian? No, I'm thinking of the Hemsworth.
He's Swedish.
Ah, Swede.
I would take him though, or you could throw me a Hemsworth. Sure.
I would like one Hemsworth.
But so that was the one that happened yesterday, and I woke up and I didn't even go. Normally I go to my notes section of my phone and I type it so that I don't forget. Or I'll voice memo it so I or talk to type, and then I'll check back and be like, ooh, garbled. But this one, I went right to the source. I was on Facebook typing. But I woke up and it was so vivid. Now the other dream I had.
Ooh, and I did not tell you, Chell. So I started it as just a 1 day thing because I was reading this devotional about like the Lenten season. I am not Catholic by trade, but growing up, a lot of my friends were, and they would give up stuff for Lent. So I'm like, I like a challenge. Sure, I'll do it too. But I couldn't think of anything really to give up this year. I did start with cheese. So I haven't had cheese since last week. So that's huge because cheese. I'm a liar. I had 2 cheeseburgers today because I may or may not have been hungover. I'll tell you about it later.
Wait, first off, just so you know, I'm Lutheran. Giving up things for Lent is not inherently Catholic. Just so you know.
Good to know. The more you know. Yeah, I totally had cheese today. So there goes that. But I did give up social media, and that I've been strong with this week. So
good for you.
yeah. So, but it's been good because then I'm like, oh wow, I can't just take like a scroll break. Not that I don't take scroll breaks during the day just because work, like we're very tech focused. So people can see what you were doing online if you chose to. So after work, then I like end up scrolling for, 10 minutes and that turns into 2 hours. It's bad. So I have not touched, I deleted Facebook because Facebook just makes me angry. Sorry guys, but just people that I follow on there and certain things, I just get mad. Even today in Michigan, where it hit 50 degrees today, I was like, I'm so glad I'm not Facebook. Everyone will be posting how great the freaking weather is. I freaking hate this stuff. It's supposed to be snow in February. Yes, I'm a mess. Ooh, take a picture of your dashboard. I can't stand it. Can't stand it.
I didn't see much of that, but I will say I have actually just started unfollowing a lot of people. Like there are people who every time I see their post, I get stressed out. And I was like, why? Why do I put myself through that? That follow button is a really beautiful thing. So
exactly.
This way I can just pictures of my nieces and nephews, and I don't have to deal with the stuff. I posted maybe a couple months ago where I was like, listen, if you post something I don't like, I'm just gonna unfollow you. I'm not worried about the other stuff. It's not worth it for my mental health.
Bye.
Bye. All right, let me tell you this dream I had about Stacy.
In a dream, my Chels.
So when I told Stacy this, do not remember this dream.
She started the conversation with, I don't remember this at all.
And I don't know if you do this when you wake up from a dream, Stacy. Do you like write it down where you're saying like where you're narrating it, or do you say it like this is what happened? Like what person?
I guess I could play this and tell you because I'm like, I remember being like, this was a really good dream from last night, but I can't even remember what it was about. So usually I'm pretty sure I'm just like, oh yeah, so I was at blah, 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 and this happened, and then this chick came up to me, and
apparently I narrate. So,
however, we've talked about this before. My dreams are in third person. So I'm never experiencing the dreams through my own eyes. It's me watching myself. So that's why I always assumed that I was going to be on TV or in movies or on Zoom.
that's right. And that's so interesting. Yeah, because I only see through my eyes. So if I have a dream that I'm like I could see myself, I don't even know what that would be like.
That's all that I know. And there was only one dream that I had where I knew I was in a dream because my mom was pissed about something. I'm like, seriously, it's a dream. I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna wake up. You're gonna be fine.
Well, you know what's interesting about that too, and like this has nothing to do with dating, but what's interesting about that too is because like I wonder how you see, if it's how you actually look or how you see yourself in your dream. Do you know what I mean? Because like they say, if you were walking down the street, you wouldn't recognize yourself because of the way we see ourselves is so completely different from how we actually look.
Ooh.
So I wonder if because you have this like third person perspective, you actually see how you actually look.
Interesting. Oh, fascinating. You know what else is interesting?
This might be as close to Stacy and I getting high and introspective as ever.
Remember the first season of Entourage and Val Kilmer was their weed dealer? He's like, you don't get low, you get high. But it's
Oh.
interesting because last year when I had dreams about Michael B. Jordan and myself, platonic people, I told you I'm very happy for him and Lori right now. And for always, as long as it's good and they're fine together. Anyways, during that, now that I think about it, so that was like less than a year ago. I definitely remember looking at myself because we were in the car together and he was so excited to be home and hang out with me. And I was like, calm yourself. What is the big deal? And I remember I had black hair, but I was definitely had lighter hair at that point. Not as light as it is now, but I was definitely.
Was that when you had brown hair and you were saying you were blonde? Just like, guys, I'm a blonde now. And I was like, no, you're not.
Kelsey said an addendum.
Also, let's be clear that Stacy's hair journey took over a year to get her from natural black all the way to her light level 10 blonde. And you will never walk into a hair salon, no matter what level your hair is, and get from natural hair to that in a day. Just so everyone knows, it is a journey.
Yes, and I knew that going into it, so I knew it was going to take. This took 4 separate tries that we did. Yeah, and again, I love
lots of time in between so that your hair doesn't break right off.
Exactly. I adore my hairdresser because she's like, we're going to space this out. She's like, because I want to preserve your curl pattern. I'm like, I love you.
All right, let me tell the world this dream I had about
Hi
Stacey.
world.
I dream about Stacy, okay?
Oh, babe.
Here's me narrating my dream. This is literally, I had a dream that my friend Stacy started working in a nail salon, fulfilling her dream of taking off polish. So I went to support my BFF in her career change, and when I walked in, I didn't even recognize her. Someone did Stacy's makeup to the point that she had to say, "Chels, it's me," before I realized it. I put an exclamation point there. Then, while she was taking off my polish in the front, everyone started running past us from the back and screaming because the one nail tech's snakes got out. So I took Stacy out of there and I fixed her makeup. And I, while saying, "Don't let them change you. This is your dream, and you can do it looking exactly like yourself." And scene.
Brava. Bravo, brava. Bravo, bravo, bravissimo, bravo. Bravissimo. That's from something.
Yeah, it's from oh god, what is it? It's P in the
Princess
bed.
and the Pea.
Thank you. Not pee in the bed like PEE, guys. PEA.
Yes. Legume. It's hilarious. It's so funny. I started playing it, the dream from last night. First of all, it must have been juicy because it's 9 minutes long, this recording. They're usually 2 minutes tops. And also but also there's a lot of filler in there. So it's me sounding like this. And then me sounding like this again. Because I just woke up.
I love, first off, do not remember that dream, by the way. But I love, one, that I support you of whatever career changes you need to make. And two, why does someone have snakes in a nail salon? 3, I wonder if you would ever be interested in putting polish on.
Ooh. I mean,
Doing the
rocking a color street because I had to stop by someone's house at the last minute yesterday, and I was just like, oh, my nails look like trash. When I say that 15-minute manicure is real, I threw them stickers on. I was like, let's roll. Shouts out to C MacD's. She knows who she is. For supplying the fabulousness.
She supplies me too. I just collect them, apparently.
They also make for great gifts, whether any type of gift, whether bridal, Christmas. I did them for Christmas gifts this year.
But I really want to know how your makeup was. Do you know how I picture it now as an awake person? I picture someone having like fully Instagrammed your face.
Oh,
Yeah. Which, not that you wouldn't look beautiful, you just wouldn't look like yourself.
I mean,
So,
that's the way I feel about my email picture from my personal email because it's from when I was a bridesmaid, but the one where I wore the lady tux. Ew.
yeah,
But what that was the year I had 5 weddings. Oh,
confidence. I love that you don't even give me the chance to give you that confidence. You're like, when I wore the lady tux, yes, me. Yes, me. I see
yes,
you back there living your best life. Like, I don't even get the chance to be like, oh my gosh, Stacey looked really cute. She's like, wearing my lady tux, yes.
You know what it is? Because I
Hype
didn't realize.
yourself.
I didn't. I
You
didn't
wouldn't even-
realize.
this nail salon dream isn't even accurate. You would never let this happen.
First of all, I didn't realize I was living my best life back then until now because weddings were taken away from us. So I was living my best life then.
You know
But
what?
that was
If we solve a serial killer, abductor, murderer, the city of Detroit will just give us husbands. So
oh my gosh. I honestly wonder what mine would look like because people ask me what my type is. And usually I say, because I see I'm pretty open about it. So then I was thinking what my type has been, and they're usually short, stocky, and a jerk. That's been usually what I go for.
my
So then
favorite is the fact that most people just list off physical attributes, and you're like, physical attribute, personality negativity.
because it's
Kind of
true. Because
personality trait.
it's true. Because afterward, I'm like, gosh, these guys are really dicks. And I'm just like, huh. But I guess, but again, it speaks to what I have on in my core, and I need to fix that. So when me thinking about what my husband will look like, I wonder. I was like, wow, I've never been with a tall guy. Wouldn't it be crazy if I was like a tall, muscular guy? Wouldn't that be out of the box?
Tree.
What'd you say?
They climb him like a tree.
Like a tree. Oh my goodness. Well, we only have a few minutes left, a moment, if you will. So I only had we can do a VWQ or I can save it for next week. Totes up to
Oh, give me
you.
that VWQ.
All right.
Virgin with questions. Stacey is a virgin.
My choice.
And sometimes she has questions.
Like all the time. So I was talking with Dave earlier, and I'd had this question for a while, and it was wondering, just has anyone ever been hot for teacher? And this came about because when friends see, especially on LinkedIn and stuff like that, when they see, oh, I see who your coworkers are, a lot of my friends and a lot of people before the office was shut down due to quarantine would come in and they would say, wow, the people at your office are really attractive. I'm like, calm yourself. Like, they're coworkers, we're professionals, but you're smiling. So, but everyone just is always like, oh my gosh, like, how do you work there and remain professional? I'm like, people, calm down. They're people that I work with. It's fine. I'm like, do people really have like either a hot for teacher moment or like hot for boss moment? I don't have those. So I was wondering if you have ever had one of those.
Most of my jobs have had women as my boss. So that kind of gets rid of that option, because although some people are hot for lady boss, I am strictly dickly. I have had a couple of instances where I've had a male boss who was used to getting that attention, and when they did not get that attention from me, they solicited it, and it was not welcome. So, one, I was a minor, so
Disrespectful.
yeah. And the worst part is that, like, in our world, we just need to educate women to be like, not only is this not okay, but you need to tell someone. There's such a shame in like the fact that he did something wrong. He approached me and I mean, it's very quick. It wasn't anything. He never did it again kind of thing. But the fact of the matter is he was an adult man and he asked me if I was comfortable kissing an older man, and I was 15. So like, and do you know that I didn't even tell my parents about that? Like, because there was already this like inherent shame. So I think because of that experience, I have never looked at like older guys and been like, ooh, yeah, I don't have daddy issues. I have a really good relationship with my father.
That's amazing. Amazing.
So like that kind of thing doesn't really happen to me. But on the flip side, I do have friends of mine who are younger than me, and they are legitimately like, oh yeah, I would date somebody 20 years older than me if I ever got divorced. I was like, really? Because I don't, it's been a change over just being in my mid 30s now and seeing men with like gray hair as an attractive thing. Like,
Right.
because we all have gray hair now. Hey kids, gray hair's coming.
Well, thanks for joining us for this short and sweet
Little quickie.
right little taste of fun for your audio delight.
Little auditory quickie. Little ear porn.
Okay, that's it. I'm Stacy.
I'm Chelsea.
This is reasons why I'm single. Always hit us up. Still on the social needs, even if I'm taking a break. One of us is looking at it on Facebook.
Social needs.
You're welcome. Okay, we love you guys. Okay, bye.
Bye. Stop making needs happen. Not happening.
Techie diffies.
That's funny.
I'm single.